Welcome to the Step It Up podcast. I'm Helene.
And I'm Penelope.
We are here to help empower the overweight to overcome because we're stepping it up.
Every day in every way.
Yeah, we're a mother-daughter duo.
Believe it or not.
And we are overcoming a generational eating disorder.
Yeah.
And I say that because I lost my mom to obesity. And for me, obesity is not about beauty. It's about health.
Yeah.
And it's about happiness. And it's about freedom.
Yeah.
And so we're on a journey, and we're here to share it with you.
Yeah.
Penelope has a powerful story. I mean, it was my shock and disbelief and denial when she put on over 100 pounds. When we were 14.
Yeah, I was 14.
It was right when we moved to California, and I was mortified, and I didn't know what to do. And it just threw me for a loop. It was like the thing that I thought I had overcome and that I definitely wasn't going to continue because my mom was morbidly obese. And I'm like, oh no, what's going on here? She wouldn't eat with me. She wouldn't let me cook for her. You know, it was so confronting. And so we're here because we really care. And we really want to share with you our journey so that you too can step it up, because it's every day, every bite, literally every thought, every step.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you weigh yourself? Do you weigh yourself?
I don't weigh myself anymore.
I think we actually left the scale at our last house that we moved from.
Yeah, we should have done like a little ceremony where we like threw it and like hammered it and like crushed it and like threw it on the wall or something, because I feel like when you're obese and overweight and there are serious problems, because I remember I went to the doctor, they were like, you have high triglycerides, you're at risk of heart disease, you are obese and you are at risk to get type 2 diabetes, you need to take vitamin D and vitamin B pills because they're so deficient. And I was mortified, and I was only 15 years old. Like, imagine having those issues at like 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm sure they're like way worse.
Well, they start in your childhood.
Right, but like at that age, being at risk for so many things at just 15 is very scary, just because I was overweight, hyperventilating in my sleep. I mean, it was crazy. And, you know, I feel like when you're at that point, it's important to weigh yourself until you're at your healthy weight again. But I think after that, it's not conducive, because for my mental health and mental well-being, weighing myself every week since I've gotten to my goal weight doesn't help my mindset around my body, exercise, or food. When you exercise, you gain muscle. That weighs just as much as fat. I mean, when you get your moon cycle, if you're a woman,
you hear
that,
this?
Makes you gain
this dialogue?
some weight. Like,
is this the same dialogue in your head when you're weighing yourself?
You know?
Because this is the dialogue. Like, oh, did I eat too much salt last night? Oh, did I not do enough cardio this week? I mean, it's like, so what was like the one-liner I said every time? You were like, Mom, my weight, like it's not going anywhere. It's stabilized. It's plateauing. Like, what's going on? But do you remember what I said? You may not.
No, I don't.
I was like, it's cumulative, honey. It's cumulative. And you'd be
yeah.
like, well, what does that mean? I mean, listen, we all know the insanity of the scale. It's like this love-hate relationship, and you're like, well, what if I put the scale on the carpet?
I
versus
remember
the
doing
floor.
that. I did that. I moved the scale on different squares of the tile flooring in that bathroom.
And it's different each time, right?
It's different each time.
It's like, wait, well, what if I put all the weight on my right foot? Or what if I stand towards the back of the scale?
Look, the scale doesn't measure your happiness or your health.
That's right.
The blood work does, and your ability to, walk up and down the steps 25 times does. Your energy throughout the day does. The quality of sleep you're getting, the color of your skin and your acne.
Totally.
I mean, that measures your health. And you know what else does?
Your eyes.
Yes, and also your clothes. Like, if you're not fitting into certain jeans, you know that you just put like 10 pounds on without even.
But if you're wearing yoga pants all the time, it might be a little more difficult to.
I don't know. I could argue that. Lululemons have the little bands that you can tighten, and like if they're.
That's the thing is but there is a thing called body dysmorphia, and I think we all suffer from that a little bit. Sometimes I look at pictures of myself, I'm like, I used to think I was so fat, and I'm like, I looked great.
That happens to me all the time. I'm like, I thought I was fat there. I look great there.
I mean, it's like it's in here, folks. But I do want to say weight does matter. Yes, I don't want to pretend like weight doesn't matter.
It does.
Your weight range doesn't lie.
No.
So our weight and our blood are two things that will never lie. So I don't want to pretend like weight doesn't matter, because it does. So if my weight is creeping up into the 170s or the high 160s, I know I got to take action. And I don't really weigh myself. I kind of know
Me too.
when it's creeping up.
Me too.
I feel it.
Me too.
But you may not, right? So I think that no more than once a week is a healthy way to monitor your weight. That's my opinion. Please tell me if you disagree. Even better, maybe once a month.
Yeah.
Or twice a month.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're maintaining and you're doing a pretty good job, you can even do it once a quarter. That means like every 4 months, right? But I think it's really setting yourself up for a kind of mindset that could be dysfunctional where you're weighing yourself like every day or every other day.
Yeah, I remember I used to do that. I used to do it like 4 times a day.
Wow, and my grandmother used to, I mean, that was the thing, like in her generation. Every morning she'd weigh herself and take the measurements, of her waist and yeah, that's what they did. And their thighs, because also measurements. Remember I said for a while, I was like, forget the scale, Penelope, because it was causing you so much trauma.
It was so much, I
like, let's
cried every time.
Yeah. I was like,
come in crying.
why don't we just like do the measurement? Remember we just took measurements and you were like, what? I lost 4 inches? I'm like, yeah. It's like, but the scale didn't move, right? So it's like,
see, guys, the scale doesn't always tell you everything. And like, I remember these certain jeans I always wanted to wear. I didn't fit them ever. And then I remember the scale like went up and I put the jeans on. I'm like, the jeans didn't fit last week. And this week they fit. I was like the happiest girl ever. The scale didn't determine that.
No, and it doesn't all the time, especially when you're working out.
Yeah.
Because you're changing the body composition. I just finished a 3-month program with a bunch of folks, and they all lost a ton of weight, which was so exciting.
They look awesome, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they really do. It's just
so healthy, so vibrant.
If you're listening, like, so proud of you. And one thing that they noticed was their body composition changed. It wasn't just like they lost the weight, but their body composition changed, which is huge. That means like the tone of your belly. That means the tone of your arms and thighs. And we weren't doing like a ton of exercise. Of course, exercise was a part of it, but we've got to do exercise. It's so, so important.
Yeah.
So I really want to encourage people to not weigh yourself 4 times a day or even once a day, because the results that you generate in your weight loss journey, whichever journey you're choosing, like, there's no wrong way. It's just your way. Of course, we think that the Step It Up program is great because that's what we use, and we want to share that with you.
Yeah.
And so we want to teach you lifetime skills that have you in a healthy mindset, that deal with your heart, your emotions, your mind, and your body. Mm-hmm. And really looking at the depth of what hunger means and how to deeply nourish yourself in a way that's like so delicious and nutritious and loving and kind and fun and
and like, we've succeeded in this weight loss journey, and we want to share that with you because we want to help you succeed. We want to see you succeed. So
yeah,
that's really why we're doing this.
It's a lifelong thing. I mean, I don't really feel like there's ever a day that I'm not like working at it. But for me, it's exciting and fun, and it's an adventure.
Yeah, but we just want to free you of that kind of thing that kind of like slaves us of our, happiness.
Yeah. So like, what do we have for lunch, Penelope?
We had a salad.
Yeah, it was a really good salad. Different today.
It was so good. She put like dill in it, and then we had this amazing carrot ginger soup.
Oh, it was so good.
So good. And then we had these buckwheat pancakes, and she put seasoning on top.
Yeah.
And then she flipped it, and it was like all encrusted on this like buckwheat pancake. You guys, I was full for like 4 hours. It was fantastic and fabulously delicious. And fantastic and fabulously delicious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. The dressing for the salad was really good too.
So
it's like a tahini dressing. It was so good. And then, what do you smell? Baking right now?
We're making baked apples with cinnamon.
Yeah. I mean, we're it's full, it's abundant. And it's delicious. And so
it's supposed to be that way.
Yeah, so if you want some recipes, like we've got some recipes for you that we love. We'd love to share them with you. Drop your email address below and we will start dialoguing with you to learn more about your weight loss goals, what you're doing right now that's working and not working, and if you're plateauing, which is a common issue, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.